All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you, and Storm Tracker, Illinois Storm Watch Weather Center right now. We're continuing to track this wind right and possibility some freezing rain is coming in right now. So we've been having a few reports of accidents this morning and stuff like that. We'll be doing follow-up updates some today on this situation. We do have ice storm warnings for western Kentucky and parts of Hardin County. I think parts of Polk County are under that ice storm warning too. So there could be some slick travel. The last couple of days we've been talking about this, how bad it could get. So let me take you in there and I'll tell you what we got in place right now. So it's going to be a short video, so hold on just a second, and I'll be with you just in a minute. All right, I'm back right now doing it. Let's go back here just in a second. We got this freezing rain continuing right now. So one report of freezing rain right down here in the parts of Cape Girardeau. Totals accumulation up freezing rain up to around 0. So that's some very light accumulation, but it's not going to take much today to get very heavy precipitation. So that'll be in Cape Girardeau into that area. We have to watch them because it's not going to take much. A band of freezing rain. We have one report of some up here, moderate to heavy sleet falling in the coverage area up here in the ground, up here in New Harmony. Indiana. So that's one thing we do have to watch. That we have that too. A very heavy precipitation is falling, and more sleet has fallen in Diamondton, Missouri. So that's one thing we're going to have to watch. I think it's still sleeting here in McLeansboro. I haven't stepped out of my studio yet, but I'm going to try to do that just in a little bit to see anything else is going on. So if you live in West Franklin, Thompsonville, Hartford, Benton, Christopher, DeCoin, Tamaroa, Cesar, Energy, anywhere over here, this is some very heavy stuff over here. You know, this area here is going to get really hit hard to see by some freezing rainfall. Freezing rain is expected when we start seeing some pretty dangerous travel issues. It's going to be the biggest problem today on this situation. Like I said, Isaac's going to be in with us, with me later this afternoon to help out. And right now, what I'm going to do is go to the shrink this and go to Paducah site. I'll show you the watches and warnings boxes so we can get. We'll show you what we're at right now, and you can just see anywhere in this dark purple color again. Let me get back in here for a second so I can show you what I'm talking about. Anything in that purple color here is an ice storm warning. That means, so what that means? That means we can see some very significant freezing rain, maybe up to almost a ½ inch to an inch. Once we start seeing over a ½ inch of freezing rain, that's enough for snapping trees, possibly making some sciatic, some power outages also too, with the heavy freezing rain. That's what that means. We can see some very significant icing tonight. This will be later tonight. We'll be here through the nighttime hours tracking this. I'm afraid we will, because once you see an ice storm warning, that means we can see up to an inch to over 3/4 of an inch of freezing rain. A lot of people wanting snow. I'm very sorry about snow. I just don't think snow is going to be one of the options this time. It's going to be a lot of freezing rain with this that can lead to travel issues. So definitely be careful and be mindful. This is a time where you have to be very careful today, because freezing rain, because some of the bands are really getting heavy. So just be prepared for power outages this evening and changing road conditions. Watching these heavy bands and down here in Dongona area and down here by Gordville, they're starting to give me signs of some heavy precipitation. So if you're in Gordville right now, you do have the potentially seeing some very heavy precipitation in Gordville. So that's why we're continuing to let you know there is some heavy precipitation out there. And I'll switch back here and you can see, and I'll throw back radar again and get us back where we need to be at. I'll switch here. Get that off. Get our radar going. Alright, here we go. Sorry I have to fix this. It's just continuing to mess up a little bit again. So let's get this thing going. Alright, here we go. Back to radar. And I'll let things take a look at it more. Very heavy precipitation. Had some accidents this morning. This heavy precipitation is continuing in Cape Girardeau, Dongano, Cary Springs. Let's see, check it down in here, Harrisburg, There might be some light freezing rain down here, some light precipitation south of the area, running into Ridgeway and Shawneetown. You know, this area is going to see some very heavy freezing rain continuing, and that's going to lead to problems. So you join me this morning with the heavy freezing rain. I'm going to step out my studio in a little bit on this one and keep you updated. And this is just telling you a few reports coming in. Remember, there is an ice storm warning that goes through 6 o'clock, so we'll be here for the whole event. Just right now, the mounts are just not too bad, but if you're down here in Bell City, Benton, and Olive Branch, this is where I'm a little more concerned. There's some very heavy freezing rain right now, so definitely be mindful of that. So I'm going to sign off here right now. I'm just going to do a quick update. Remember, have your flashlights, have your TV flashlight charged up, the batteries in there, just in case you would lose power tonight on some things in the morning, because that's when the heaviest is going to come in Kentucky. And also make sure you have a generator, so gassed up in case you would lose power on that. So I'll be here through the even, maybe part of the overnight if it would get bad. Right now, let me show you one more thing while we're on air. I've got the mission here while we're on the computer. We do have a winter weather advisory that includes Jefferson, Franklin, parts of Williamson, and St. Louis. That goes through 6 p.m. tomorrow night too, so we can see some sleet, possibility mixed with some freezing rain. And the ice storm warning includes most of Kentucky. So we will continue to keep you updated, and I'll break in as I need to.